Wait,
All right, we're good.
one
I'm recording
video.
now.
Mute me out.
So as the bells of the chapel of Shantae are ringing, many of the villagers are coming into the chapel. As far as I know so far is Enrir, Kaya, Arid. Arid is in the chapel. Who else is not in the chapel?
Me, I'm in my shack.
Eric is in his shack.
I am listening outside the door. I'm not in the chapel. I'm just eavesdropping.
Yeah, I was also in the chapel.
And Musa is in the chapel.
Yeah.
I think me and Musa were sitting in the piers.
I was just standing up in the aisle.
Yeah, you see,
Everyone else sat down.
Yeah, I sat
V
down.
is sitting in the inn at a table.
Oh, right before we left last time, Kaya was getting sort of like hypnotized by the ringing of the bells. She heard a voice call out to her daughter. And as this is happening, Glade, sort of a dryad, like satyr kind of plant-looking woman, comes up to Enrir and says, "Welcome, child of Ilmater. If you pray here, it will reach your god, as Shantae is an ally of Ilmater." And she looks over at Kaya and says, "Oh, looks like we have a fairy royalty here."
Everyone knows about the royalty except for her.
No, I don't think we do. Like
Well-
Enrir and Arid and...
All the
You might.
NPCs do. Jesus.
Oh, true.
I feel like I would be looking very confused at people as to why they think I'm royalty.
Glade says to Kaya, "What brings one such as yourself to the middle of nowhere in Moorestown?"
I would explain to her the situation of the kidnapping and the brief escape with my friend who's lost currently in the marsh.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Arid, do you remember the last thing that Krellin said to you?
Sorry, I'm chewing. I'm sorry, one second.
Caught you off guard.
Gotcha.
Is that what he said to him?
No.
As Arid swallows a piece of hardtack that he had removed from his ration.
Why are you eating in the middle of church?
Because we just had a battle, and I'm resting.
He's hungry. All right, leave him alone.
My god is food.
The last thing
Spaghetti monster.
So the last thing he would have said to me, we were debating running away, and he was wanting to fight that robed figure that was attacking the Harper camp. No, I don't remember verbatim what he said, but it would probably be something along the lines of we have to save them or we have to fight.
As you are sitting in the church, the bells start to sort of ring and rhythm, and you start to get focus in on them, and you have sort of a flashback of the first thing Krellin ever said to you. When did you first realize that you wanted to become a wizard?
I was watching my father practice with his axe the way he did every day. I looked out the window and I saw all the other hobgoblins practicing with their axes, and I just knew that there was something more, something that I could do that was different.
So did you run away from your legion?
Yes, I left and sought out the city, knowing how people might look at me, but never backing down so I could find the knowledge which I sought.
As you fled your legion, you remember trekking through the wilds, encountering many hostile humans who do not seem to really trust you. As you are sort of down on your luck on the worst day, a young man just barely in his teens came up to you. A young Krillin said, "Would you like to learn magic?"
I looked up at him and, how did you know?
I don't really know. You just seem like you have the gift. I'm sure my mom can help you.
Taking his hood down, Arid would hold up one finger and just produce a small flame above it and say, I want this bonfire to grow.
It's like, well, I can do that. And he reaches out his hand and the bonfire grows to like a massive, massive fire that reaches probably 100 feet into the sky. It's like, oh shit, I'm still not super in control of my own magic, sorry.
Well, whoever taught you to do that, I want to learn too.
And from then on there, Krellin eventually introduced you to Storm, and he advocated for you to be in the under the apprenticeship of Storm, who usually does not take apprentices. And you also have a memory of Storm constantly researching and sort of treating a man named Mordenkainen, whose mind seems to be broken. He sort of just babbles to himself a lot.
And I don't know how important this is, but would I have known this person before I ventured out from my legion?
Mordenkainen?
Right, because I know the name out of character is pretty famous.
I feel like most people would have at least heard of like stories of him from like
of
bars.
The feats. Yeah, okay. Right,
just,
so this is a big deal, like my character
like
understands the weight of this.
He's like basically a celebrity, kind of.
Yeah. But that's what I mean, like Arid knows, he's not just like a clueless hobgoblin that would have never... Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess that's sort of for me to decide, if I'm last. Okay, yes, Arid knows and is, struck by the weight of being so close to this magic celebrity.
And you sort of have more visions of you and Krellin. And then you hear Arid, can you hear me? I know you can hear me. Arid?
Yep.
You hear a voice in your head, and it's Krellin.
I hear you.
Arid, I'm safe right now. Don't be alarmed, but I did call Mom. So she knows that I've been kidnapped. And she's on her way to you.
Oh no. If she knows you've been kidnapped, then she knows that I allowed you to be kidnapped. A treasure more precious to her than even dinner with Mithra.
And
how long do I... Oh yeah. I was just gonna see if I could ask in my head, where are you?
I don't really know. They've erected a pretty strong magical barrier. I can just barely pierce it to contact you. I know that they can't really kill me right now because they need me for something, but I'm not entirely sure what.
Hold tight then, friend. I'll work with your mother and my newfound friends and we'll rescue you.
Yeah, she said she's found some of the remnants of the harpers in the Silver Hand that were attacked. So they should be coming to you within a day.
Perfect. I'll let everyone else know and we'll find you. Just hold tight, friend.
Will do.
And I kind of twist my ear to turn off the radio.
His voice fades from her head. And Musa, as you hear the ringing of the bells the rhythm seeping deep, deep into your mind. What was your old name? Musa?
Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to recall my old.
Then out of character, what was your old name?
I don't know.
Lol.
It's just Musa with extra S's.
Do you want to think about it and I'll come back to you? Or...
Yeah, I'll find one really quick.
Okay.
My name's Jim.
I actually did have a first name and I forgot it.
Eric, you are in your hut. What are you doing?
Right now I think I would be like making like sort of potions and everything, just trying to experiment kind of thing, you know, reminiscent among my notes and stuff, you know.
Yeah. We hear a knock at your door.
Who is it?
Hey, it's me, Gore.
I open the door very frequently. Gore, my neighbor, yes. Hi. I go back to researching.
Do you remember that werewolf hunter I was telling you about? That was here.
I look at him like, werewolf hunter? Like, he's back?
Yeah, I told him that there was a werewolf that came here and went deeper into the swamp. I think I should keep him busy for a while, but I thought I'd let you know.
Shit. Okay. Thank you, Gore. Which way did he go?
He just sort of points off in the swamp. I told him you went that way. Or that someone went that way.
Okay. I have to pack. Yes.
You should come to the chapel with the rest of the villagers. We need to see what we're going to do now about the dead Warlock Knight.
You know I don't do that, right? I don't worship that.
Well, neither do I, but that's just where everyone's gathering. Sort of a non-denominational situation.
I guess. So I'm
Alright, well,
yeah.
I'll see you there, I guess.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna pack some things, you know.
And as you're packing, you can hear the faint ring of the bells. As the bells keep ringing, sort of go deep into your mind. And within your mind, you can see your crazed wood elf form and your sort of more normal were-raccoon form are together, and they can see each other and talk to each other.
Oh God.
For the first time.
Oh God. What are you? I don't like you.
I'm not entirely sure, but we'll get through this together.
Maybe.
Well, I know you're not entirely coherent right now, but I'm here to help you.
We'll see.
Bring a tear to my eye.
Fades out.
Alright.
Have you thought of a name?
Yeah, I got one.
What is it?
Musa's kind of just been sitting there drooling, but finally remembers his name. His human name was Raymond,
Like,
Raymon.
so he was like,
Morn. Yeah. Yeah, last name was Morn, Morne.
As the bells ring, you can sort of enter a meditation as you go deep into your mind. You see deep within your subconscious an unconscious man, Raymond. He's wrapped up in a snake. There's a long snake wrapped around his neck. He opens one of his eyes and closes it. A slight amount of humanity tries to escape but can't. You snap back out of it. In your snake form, you have a feeling that to please your snake god, you'll have to work harder in the future. In rear, what is your character doing in this chapel?
So while Moose is over there was drooling and Baird was over there eating some food, I'm gonna walk up towards the front of the altar and I'm gonna kneel down and pull out my holy symbol. I'm gonna hold it close and start praying to the god.
As you're praying, you've had plenty of visions before. As your mind starts to focus into a meditative trance, you go into sort of the space in your mind where you usually find the angel woman. But instead, this time you see a battered, bloody, broken man who's standing hunched over.
I'm gonna look up and ask, "Who are you?"
My child, I would have thought you'd recognize me. As he walks slowly towards you, you can hear the bones in his legs cracking. They seem to be completely busted. His tears streaming down his face. You recognize this is Ilmater. This is your god.
I'm gonna bow my head to him. Ilmater, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you.
I fear that trials ahead that I put before you will be much more trying than I had assumed. Be prepared for them. There will be much pain.
I'll do what I must. And I'll endure what I must.
As you open your eyes, you realize your hands clutching your symbol are covered in blood.
Sorry about that.
His blood or someone else's blood?
His blood.
Say he's clutching that thing a little too hard. Jesus.
Just had a stroke.
He's playing the part. He's playing the part, all right?
So... Oh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I want to get up and put the holy symbol away and try and, like, clean the blood off without anybody noticing.
As you try to stand, roll me a constitution check.
Oh my god, your leg's broken too.
Your
Crumble.
god
I
came
mean,
in
that
just to
would be a
bust your
blessing.
kneecaps.
Falls over in the back of
Ilmater
this
would never
very
do
empty and echoey
So,
cathedral.
like, I don't know why my D&D Beyond's being weird. I rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
Cool.
Oh.
As you try to stand up, pain shoots through your entire body as your legs sort of like fold to the side. They're completely broken. As you start to breathe, you notice like a wheezing, and there's like definitely blood in your lungs. I'd like you to roll another Constitution check.
I have a question. Is anybody able to actually see these rolls? Because like my D&D is being weird.
we can.
Yeah, I
I
saw it. You rolled a
saw
2.
a 2.
It was a now 1 plus 1, but yeah.
It's like I used to click on it and it would roll. Now it brings up this whole menu that I have to browse through.
Weird.
Oh, that was a
That's
misclick on your
charisma.
keyboard?
That was a
What is it,
charisma
yeah?
roll.
No, that was me by mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to see what menu he was talking about it with the extension.
Now you roll a 20.
Holy.
So as the pain starts to shoot through your body, you gather your resolve and stand up, and you notice all the wounds are gone. There's no blood on you anywhere. And you hear, when the time comes, I've given you my tears. You will know when to use them.
I'm gonna bow my head.
And V, what are you up to?
I'm just listening in on the meeting, the town meeting. I just kind of have my back against like to the side of the front door or something.
Oh, we
Is
got
your
Mr.
staying-
Cool Kid over here.
Yeah, I'm smoking a cigarette.
Got his coat draped over his shoulder.
Flipping a coin.
I'm just biding my time.
As all the villagers start gathering in the church, you notice, sort of in the distance, a bunch of people in armor are coming up towards the church.
I noticed this?
Yes.
I just kind of like whisper already, and then I go and I'm like, hey. I'm like, hi. There's some people coming this way. That's what I say when I go into the church.
You guys hear V say that people are coming.
I would
Alright,
immediately
I'll,
stand up and
yeah, sorry.
turn to face the door.
Yeah, I'll walk out and step outside the door and just kind of look, see if I can see them. They look like.
Phoebe's. I decide that I've had enough of this town. There's nothing worth like conning people out of. And I'm gonna go look for my friend who's lost. Can I do that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna leave the church.
As you get close to the door of the church, the door is kicked open, and standing there is a tall-looking elvish woman with silvery hair and pristine, like wizard robes.
I immediately would take my hand off of my sword and start to walk up to her. Like with my hands out saying, Storm, please, I'm sorry.
She starts walking hurriedly towards you, Arid, and she gives you a hug and says, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. I'm only glad I'm okay so I can find your son.
Oh, we'll find him.
But it looks like you met the remnants of the Harper forces. What should we do now, Storm?
I got a message from Krellin. I traced him a little bit. He's within their capital city.
Then, to the capital we must go.
And as the rest of the Harpers in Silverhand, there's about 20 of them left, start to come together. Glade sort of coughs and says, That's all good, but we know that there's a large contingent of Warlock Knights heading towards Moorestown. We need to decide on our course of action.
Are you sure that they'll react violently? Is there any chance that perhaps we can reason with them?
Many other cities have tried to rebel, but the Warlock Knights are brutal and take no prisoners. They're going to make an example of us.
Yeah, I'll step up and I'll
So-
be like assuming there's more than we can handle. I'll just like walk up and be like, "Is there anywhere we could go and hide?"
So
Perhaps set up an ambush.
Or that, yeah.
do I show up after this lady?
Yeah,
Didn't you already make your way into there?
Not yet.
unless you've made your...
But I'm gonna walk in, overhearing what's going on, and I'm gonna just start mumbling to myself, saying, "Leave, leave, 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 leave."
Storm, wait till you meet this guy. You're gonna love him once you're not worried about your kidnapped son and all that.
We got you a new son. Here he is now.
He's a puzzle box wrapped in mystery bacon, Storm.
So while they're all having their conversation, since I don't really care about their family drama, I'm just gonna put my character out in the middle of nowhere to try to find my friend, okay?
You notice Kaya slip away.
I just let her go, and then after listening to everyone talking about like what they're gonna do, and I'm like, excuse me. I'm like,
Hey, the person from the inn. Nice to see you.
yeah, hi, how's it going? Nice to see you again. That was fun, wasn't it?
You got some finger in your teeth.
Strange,
I just
strange.
pull out the nail and I flick. I might be able to help in this situation, actually,
Oh,
but
How's that?
I might need some help, which is where I need some people.
Strange person.
What do you have in mind?
I know some information that might help save the town, and your group, especially that paladin over there, might be involved in said plan.
I'm gonna glare at him.
Well, if you have information that can save the town, time is of the essence, friend, so out with it.
So, there's this place where they have a meeting staged. But, like I said, I'm gonna need some help getting there, and I can dress up as the old Warlock Knight. And by doing so, saving the town, because they don't know he's dead yet. I assume?
Yeah,
so you assume?
Okay, I assume they don't know he's dead yet. He's only been dead for like 30 minutes.
All right. After that, would I know? Since I was over there, would I know? Like, how fast word travels around there?
You know that they don't have like a magical link to know exactly when each member dies, but they do have pretty strict like meeting times that people are supposed to be at. So
when is this meeting supposed to occur?
This meeting is supposed to occur tomorrow.
Of course, tomorrow.
So my plan was I'd disguise up as the dead Warlock Knight, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was looking for money or a paladin.
I'm sorry, what do you mean dress up as the old Warlock Knight? I mean, look at you, you're some voluptuous woman with a split tongue. How could they ever believe
Don't have a
that you...
split tongue.
It's like a
I'm
snake.
sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, but why... How could they believe that you would be Bolto the wizard?
I have some roguish abilities. Disguise as other people.
Well,
Magic and makeup. Easy. Nothing for you to worry about.
so if I understand what you're saying, there's to be a meeting between the knight we killed and this, the cult of... Oh, God, I'm sorry.
You don't know it's Cult of Bane, by the way.
Oh, I don't know that, right. So you're saying there was to be a meeting, and we should go and infiltrate it?
Yes, my plan was to dress up as the dead Warlock Knight, bring the Paladin and or parties to them, and then we either go from there.
Like, pretend that we're your prisoners?
Yes, exactly. Thus saving the town, and yeah, thus saving the town. Although I do have one condition if we do this.
What was that?
Are you asking to repeat myself, or like what the one condition is?
Yeah, well, what's the one condition?
If I show you the way, because I know the way, I would like, if we do run into any knights, I would like the rings off their finger.
May I ask why?
I just think they're pretty is all.
For some reason, I don't believe him.
Listen, this person's obviously insane. Glade, do you think that we should defend the town? Or are you and your people willing to abandon it to the Wizard Knights?
The swamp is not very hospitable. If we could find a way to protect our town, I'm sure many of the villagers would like that.
Well, I think I'm starting to see what's going on here. Storm, with the forces you've brought, would you be willing to delay our trip to the capital for a day or so to defend this town that we've changed and altered forever through our actions?
Well,
Real quick, do I know about this? Not sure, but like the big castle thing?
you
Where they're making all the iron.
Oh, the Citadel?
Yeah.
you don't really know much about it.
Okay. You may continue.
Right, I just asked Storm
Right.
if the Silver Hens and...
Well,
or something.
the Warlock Knights of Vasa are pretty strong military. Anything that we could do to weaken them would be very beneficial.
So, I think we might need to split our forces, perhaps, to defend the town and possibly follow this strange woman's plan. If she's telling the truth.
How do you know about this meeting?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
What'd you say? How do I know what?
How do you know about the meeting? The
Oh.
meeting.
I have my sources. Why do you think I am in this town to begin with?
Something seems off about this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of.
Well, you're still in your
I'm a
female form,
woman.
right? Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
Interesting.
Listen, we're all on the same side here.
Listen, if I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't have helped kill the Warlock Knight.
But
I obviously have no malice towards you all.
but thing is, I if I go, I chance I die.
There's a chance you die here too. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, you don't understand. No understand.
We don't have many options.
Wait, is Arnoff actually here? Oh yeah, he is here.
Yeah. Don't understand. Don't understand.
It's already later in the daytime as well, right?
It's sort of mid-afternoon.
Okay, right. So
Would I know how long of a walk this meeting place is?
Probably about half a day.
so we would have to leave early, I imagine,
Either or, yeah. If it's one day
or
from,
get there early.
it was the letter said one day. The one day from when you got the letter, which could be
May I ask
Either
why
today.
they want a paladin?
what'd you say?
May I ask why they want a paladin?
I don't know why they want a paladin, but he obviously wanted you at the inn.
You mean at the beginning?
No, at the inn.
At the inn, not end. In.
Inn, yes, INN.
Right. Well,
I have plan for me if we all go. I have plan.
Listen, are you safer by yourself or in a group?
So, Corey, my plan would be me turning into a small raccoon and just following them.
Okay.
So, because
at this point, I would also like to kind of turn around and say, "Wait, did anyone see where the fairy went?"
She wandered off that way, and I just kind of point in the general direction.
And speaking of Kaya, where is Kaya now?
She's headed into the swamp, looking near the tree where she last saw Hoyt.
I was in the middle of town.
No, when
Yes, the tree
last
was
saw
in the
you,
middle of town.
Oh, I thought it was in the swamp. Okay, fine. I'm in the middle of the town at the tree where I last saw Hoyt, trying to figure out where Hoyt went
Roll
because I
an
just want to go home.
investigation check.
Okay.
bark.
Okay, rolled 16.
You go to the place that you last saw Hoyt. You can detect a small amount of magic.
Okay, and do I know what this magic is?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. 12.
You notice some kind of transmutation magic. Other than that, you're not sure.
Is there a trail to follow of the magic, or does it just end there?
You see that it leads towards the inn.
Okay, so I want to make myself go back towards the inn. Shut up, Black.
No, I'm laughing at Arnoff's thing.
And can I investigate further in the inn?
Yes.
Do I have to roll another investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, 19.
As you head back to the end, you find multiple sources of the same magic.
Okay. And I want to pursue the magical trails because I want to find Hoyt. So, what should I go about doing?
As you're following the very faint traces of magic, they sort of meet up with all the other forms of transmutation magic and the magic that was cast by the Warlock Knight, and it seems to you sort of lose the trail. It seems you cannot follow it more.
So there's nothing I can do to find Hoyt then. Is that what you're saying?
As far as you know, you've lost his trail.
Okay. So I'm going to. Oh, can I question the townspeople in the church to see if they've seen him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Gotta move my character back over there.
How far away were these knights coming up on us?
You don't know.
Okay.
We don't know that.
I'm gonna ask. Was his name Gronk? Is that his name?
Gore?
Gork. Yeah, him. Because Gork would have been the one that had met the two of us, so he would know what Hoyt looked like. So I
Is
want
she
to.
questioning them like in the middle of our conversation?
Yeah, while you guys
Apparently.
are asking about the fairy, they just sort of come back into the church.
She just wanders back in. Oh, I'm like, oh, there she is.
There she is.
Okay, well, while they're talking their family drama and their deceptive plans, my fairy has no interest in what they're doing at the moment because I just want to find Hoyt. So I'm gonna approach and talk to why can't I Gork and ask
Gork.
him if he's seen any signs of Hoyt since the day we've last met.
Well, last time I saw him, he was with you.
Balls. Okay, so then I'm gonna go and sit back down in a pew and think. That's me ending what I'm doing because I honestly don't know what to do from here. Because the whole point I can think of is I want to go home, but I can't go home without Hoyt because Hoyt was my friend. Can I not sense that magic on V? Like, wouldn't that be the same kind of magic?
You do sense transmutation magic, but there's a lot of it coming from multiple different people in here.
Oh.
You
And there's
notice
no
it.
way to roll. Sorry?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. 14.
You notice sort of the similar magic coming off of Eric. You notice it coming off of Musa. It's coming off of V. And it's coming off of Glade.
Jesus. Okay. Can I investigate each of them to see if I notice anything? Or am I not supposed to know who V is yet, and so I should not be looking?
It seems pretty much like unless you have more powerful tracking magic or tracking skills, you seem like you are kind of at a dead end.
Oh, I don't think I have any tracking magic. How do I know if I have any of that?
You don't.
Oh. Okay. Then I'll just sit there and listen to what they're talking about.
There are multiple powerful wizards in here, though.
Oh, is that your hint? Okay. So then I would want to talk to Arid, is what you're telling me. So
Either
He
him or
was
the
not
other one.
referring to me.
Yeah, there are other ones.
Talking about that hot mom that walked in here, kicking
Yeah.
down the door.
The hot mama, you know?
the hot mama. But I would have never
Careful,
known
snake
hot
man.
mama.
I mean, you see her, but thing is, like, you know.
Oh, could I roll something to see who was the most powerful of them all?
Sure.
Watch it be me. She gets a nat 1, it's me.
I think you have to ask the mirror on the wall for that.
Like, if I did, like, insight or something, would that tell me who I would be better off talking to?
Let's see.
Look, from that photo, she can get it, you know? Just saying.
Do Arcana, Investigation, Perception.
Jesus, that's a lot. All
Whichever
right.
one you feel.
My perception was 14. My Arcana is 10. And sorry, what was the other one?
Perception, Investigation, Arcana.
Investigation is 20. So,
Well, you have to pick one to use.
I thought you wanted me to roll all three.
No.
Well, then I'm going to go with the 20,
How you
obviously.
look for the most powerful one.
Okay, so investigation 20 would be the most powerful one.
I'm gonna have you pick one and then roll it, so I'm not gonna count those other ones.
Okay. I have a +3 to perception, so I'm gonna go with that one.
If you were going to use Arcana, it'd be like you sort of sensing the magic power. Investigation would be like looking at them and sort of like judging like their like demeanor and the items on them and how magic they would be. Perception would be like just noticing sort of the way they carry themselves or the items on them.
Okay. I'm gonna go with perception, just because it seems like that would be the right way to go. Of course. I rolled an 8.
Well, as far as you know, you went through Arid's tome when he was asleep. He seems like he's a pretty knowledgeable fellow.
Okay. So I'm going to approach Arid. Is he still in a conversation? Because I don't want to be rude.
I mean, right now my character's just, overwhelmed seeing Storm again so quickly after losing her son, and also thinking about the town and defending it and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, my character is definitely doing other things.
Well, I'm still going to approach you if you're not talking.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
I approach you and ask you if there's any way you can help me track down my lost friend.
Okay, so I feel a little tug on my robe. And, Kaya, you're back! Well, we had lost you in the shuffle, so to speak. How can I help you?
I'm looking for my friend. And I tell him again the whole story of where we were kidnapped, blah blah blah, split up, da 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 da.
Question:
And
does your character think we're friends, or we just like?
Yes,
Or is
I
it just-
believe
Well,
you. Okay,
friends with it.
we weren't
Yeah,
friends.
You guys were performing on stage.
Black. You were performers together. How close were you?
I wouldn't.
So it's basically like she thinks they're friends, but he actually thinks that they're not kind of thing situation.
That's
is what I'm
beautiful.
getting
I
at.
think that's beautiful.
I don't know, because like most of my friends who were in bands together, they were all tight as hell. So I just assumed, based on my personal real life experience, that we were friends, and I don't want to leave him there to rot in
That-
the swamp, because as far as I know, he's here rotting.
That's the thing. Like, your character may think they're friends, but V's character isn't. Doesn't think that.
I mean, I didn't think we were
could've
best
been.
friends. Like, I think what you think. I think we're just like.
Acquaintances.
Well, but Kai is also just concerned in a normal way of
Yeah.
like, even if you had someone you worked with for a long time and they went missing suddenly, you would still be concerned.
Yeah.
You haven't worked at Walmart for very long, have you?
No, you're right.
So, anyways, to me, Hoyt was my friend, and I'm worried about my friend,
Mhm.
whether he's friendly with me or not.
So you explain everything about your little investigation up until this point.
Correct.
I
And
just
how
wanted
those.
to point
Hmm?
out to both of you, the first time Kaya and Arid met, she lied about what had happened.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
she did. I forgot about. See, my character is supposed to be a chronic liar.
Ooh.
She can't even lie correctly.
Yeah, my character's addicted to smoke leaf, so I wouldn't have remembered that
And I'm
until just
addicted
now.
to trash.
You know, Kaya, I'm sorry for your friend being missing, but I seem to recall that you were just a lost little fairy alone in the woods when we met you. Now it seems like you're a musician and you had a traveling companion you never mentioned?
Well, you don't really, upon first meeting someone, tell them about your traumatic kidnapping, near-death experience, and then being lost in a marsh.
Well,
It wouldn't have been very believable.
I mean, at this point, I'll believe anything after meeting that were-raccoon, but... You know, I'm starting to put some pieces together here. Somebody just burst into the church right before you, claiming to have magical abilities to disguise and change themselves, almost as if they were
I
adapted.
did not say magical. I just said I can
Yeah.
disguise.
No,
I'm a rogue.
You said magic and makeup. I distinctly remember that. And you were talking in character. Am I crazy? Did I hear magic and makeup?
Okay.
You said you were a warlock knight and we were your slave.
No. I do recall saying this out of character, that I asked you how you would be able to disguise yourself as a woman, and you said magic and makeup. You don't have to worry about that.
He's a rogue that can disguise himself, is what he said.
Say magic and makeup.
I may have used a poor choice of words because
Yeah.
Yeah,
magic doesn't
magic
exist in
does
the real
sound
world.
familiar.
And my
Yeah.
character, I will say, is very astute.
But that's what he meant. What I said though, he can disguise himself.
Well,
As-
all
because
I
he's a
was
rogue.
getting at is I'm saying to Kaya right now, it sounds like you're tracking a person or some sort of clouds of magic associated with change and possibly disguise. All I'm saying is that there's a woman over there that is acting kinda shifty and claims to be able to disguise themselves, perhaps magically, so
Okay.
maybe they might know where your friend is.
Okay, so is there any way that if I take you to the source of the magic, that you could track that exact magic to that person?
I suppose I could try, sure. But
So-
there are pressing matters right now, Kaya. I don't mean to be rude, but your missing friend might have to wait a bit, as we are coordinating many things right now.
Yes, but my missing friend has been alone now for what? Since the night before, and that night has already come through this town. More are coming through this town. Wouldn't you want to save your friend? And I bat my eyelashes and give really sad, like, puppy eyes.
The sigh that is emitted from my character lets out a shockwave that knocks everyone to the ground. Damn it. No. Well, you know, Kaya, sure.
It'll take 5 minutes of your time.
I
And then I'll
I
help with
suppose
what.
I'll
help with
go to this
whatever.
place. Sure. Where was the last place that you tracked your friend to?
Okay, Corey, do I take him to the tree so he gets that distinct transmutation magic instead of the kerfluffle in the in?
Yeah, you can take him there. Before you guys leave, Storm comes up to Arid and says,
You are
before
stinky.
the end of the day, I need to talk to you about Krellin.
Yes, of course, Storm. I'm sorry. One of my newfound companions is begging for help, and I just can't say no. But I promise I will speak to you soon.
I nod and kind of like curtsy-ish to the storm lady because she seems important. And I lead Arid to the tree, or Arid, sorry, to the tree and show him this special transmutation magic. And then I tell him that if he can help me find Hoyt, I will be in his debt and help him with whatever his quest is.
Can I follow them?
Okay.
Meanwhile,
V, you see all this too.
So in the middle of our conversation about my plan, and I'm like, and everyone just get up and leave. And I'm like, where are you all going? Like, what about the plan?
I mean,
Yes, plan.
Are we deciding on this or not?
if you're saying this to us as we're walking away, I mean, if you want to talk, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, but follow us and we'll talk.
Gore stands up with his spear. I'm in.
Yes, please follow us, strange woman, so we can talk about your plan.
And I just another earthquake sounds as my sign erupts from.
No, this is good. Please follow us.
So Storm, Glade, and a bunch of the other villagers start getting together to talk about the plan while this is happening.
Oh, God. Okay,
Wait, so they're following, the whole town's following us?
No, they're
No.
staying in the chapel.
They're all in the chapel talking about your plan.
Oh.
So, sorry, real quick, before we get to the tree. Does V know that V is Hoyt, or does V not know that?
V does not know that.
Okay, cool. Just was wondering. Alright. So, I take Aerie to the tree while V, I guess, is following us like a weird little stalker. And I show Aerie that where this magic originated from, and then I explained how I lost it in the end because there's too many types, but this is like the true source.
Okay, can I roll an Arcana check to sense this magic and see if I can determine its origin the way she did before?
Yeah.
You know, it would be hilarious if you rolled in that one.
No, this is something I'm actually... Oh, God, of course.
It was close.
Can tell that there was magic cast here, but other than that, you don't know much.
I'm gonna push him to the side and rub my hands and say, "Let me give this a shot."
Are you with them?
Yeah, I walked with them.
I thought we were supposed to talk about the plan.
I'm still in the freaking chapel. I'm still over there.
Rolled a nat 20.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no.
It was a nat 20, but I got -1 because of Arcana.
It still goes critical, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yes. So you can definitely pick up on this. You feel like if you were to check someone else against this magic, you could probably determine who cast it. But you'd have to check the person like individually.
I'm gonna relay that information to Arid, and also apologize for taking the spotlight.
It's fine. We're just trying to wrap this up quickly now so we can get back to the
guy who
dirt.
doesn't have any knowledge in magic outdoes the guy who knows magic.
Oh my God.
It's a good thing Storm didn't see that.
Yeah, good thing.
Divine magic.
Okay, so I know that Kaya didn't cast this magic. I know it wasn't me. I don't think it was you, Enrir. Ah, this strange woman that's standing right next to us. Perhaps I would investigate her at this point.
So
God
what?
damn.
Hey, well, I'm just curious about you. You're acting very shifty. You won't really tell us anything about you or your
I didn't
ability to
ask.
disguise yourself. So I would like to follow Enrir's suggestion and compare the magic signature I picked up vaguely before to the individual woman standing before me.
Alright, cuz do an arcana check.
And watch, this time it's not going to be bad.
It's gonna be that one.
It's all chance.
Is he looking
I
at
rolled
me
an
while,
11 again. Jesus.
Like,
is he looking at me and like holding his arms out at me or something or any of this?
and you're sort of doing a cursory look, I guess.
No.
I will say
As
too,
if he was,
this
like,
this
hard
actually
staring.
works. This makes sense because my character is distracted and doing this reluctantly, so maybe I'm not giving it my full effort.
Because if he's like hard looking, then I'd be like, ah, and like pretend to cover myself.
Do I identify anything about this
Fee,
strange
can you
woman?
roll a deception check?
No. He's good at deception.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Uh.
Gonna be a million.
Right? Please be in that one. Fuck.
You get sort of sense that this person has cast some magic similar, but can't exactly identify if it was the same spell or.
You know, I can't say for sure, Kaya, but I sense that this person in front of us, this strange woman who knows things but won't share where she found out, this woman who claims to be a disguise master. I don't know.
Oh, hold
I
on.
sense
Does he
some
like
connection.
not know that rogues can disguise themselves?
Yeah, you keep
Are you
talking about
sure?
disguising yourself in a way that you would be transgender, that you would disguise yourself as a man, and that you're confident in that. So that would pique
Can
my
I-
curiosity.
Can I like? Or is that like? Is that in character? I suppose it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying that in character, but that's how my character would think. Like, you're presenting yourself as someone that can do things that are more than just putting on a fake nose.
And a different race, because you're not the same race as the guy. So I guess when you said magic and makeup, it made us think you were using magic because you're going to disguise yourself as a male with a different race and looks
I
from
don't
you.
know how we're gonna shoehorn this in, but could I like give a make a roll to like change my voice or something to male, like his voice could be like, and then like copy his voice or make it sound more manlier
Like impersonate him.
to like ease their worries.
Do a performance check.
Please fail. Damn.
Oh,
Oh
not
god.
bad. He did it.
Man, I rolled so horrible yesterday, as you could see, like the logs, and now I'm just on fire.
You see V sort of like clear their throat, like put their fingers up to their throat and sort of push in, and they start talking with a man's voice.
See? You see? I mean, look, they have some sort of ability
You
to
still
change.
think it's magic? And I just face palm hard.
At this point, I'm going to look up and down at V and kind of give her a side eye because my friend, I remind Arid, was a male and not some hoe. So I'm going to side eye V.
Why am I a hoe?
But tell Arid that I will keep my word and help them with their quest, and I'll just have to come back and look for my friend another time. And we can go back into the church for the whole
Sounds
meeting
like
thing.
that's a great idea. I say we return to the church.
But I'm still gonna side eye that V one. She did show up suspiciously.
I like give her a little like incy like wave like with my little fingers like hi. As you're giving me the side eye.
Not just this one session. V is just now like
Everyone
suspect number
wants
one
me.
to everybody.
All right, Corey. Sorry, we completely took you completely off track.
As you all come back to the church, Glade and Storm are talking about the plan, sort of going over like the sort of the paths and different hiding spots nearby the town. All right. So the villagers have concurred. We will go with this young woman's plan.
And if they don't, they'll like murder us all.
Oh my god.
So we will pretend to be prisoners. We'll travel to this meeting place, but what of Moorestown? What of the defense?
There are some ruins nearby where we could possibly ambush them at this meeting, or I'm entirely sure what this meeting is for, but we can wait and see.
So move everyone in the town there to prepare an ambush.
Yes.
Well,
I don't
Awesome.
think that's a
Okay.
good idea. This is supposed to be more of a deception type thing instead of full
Well,
on.
we don't trust you, so. be
So
quiet.
could
I'm just voicing my concerns
could we
with
go
bringing
with
an
the
entire platoon of soldiers with us.
Yes, so why don't we then make one of the males, like Arid, put on the uniform of the knight. He can do magic, so surely he could disguise himself. And he could take the paladin along in chains while the rest of us are shrouded with the rogue to like slowly follow behind.
I'm gonna just point out something out of
I
character.
think that's a terrible
This is
idea.
hilarious because you're saying to do it to Arid.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of like I don't know, metagaming.
Also,
maybe,
I
but,
think-
like
Should
the
we go
rogue is
someone
probably
who
good at
looks more
deceiving and shit.
No, and it's not.
Not
It
only
wasn't just the
that-
paladin. It was all of us that he was trying to take into custody.
None of that.
I was
not,
included in that.
not only that, Bark. Like, I could be perfect for that because I'm
you-
the same race for one.
Are you? Do you have good deception?
No.
Yeah, but your
but-
brain is kind of fried.
True,
Like you'd
true.
be up there being like a brain fried monkey.
Just imagine him trying to talk to him with a fried brain.
Honestly, I would kind of want to see that.
But
No.
Okay, so
that
Not
was out of
proficient in
character.
deception,
That was out of
Half,
character.
half sane.
Nothing happened
Trying
like
to
that.
talk your way.
Yeah.
So then what we could do is use there we go. Okay, I'll pretend I'm in character. We can use fuck Arn, I forgot your name again.
Eric.
Eric.
Eric. We can use Eric as the decoy dragging the paladin in chains while we all quietly sneak and watch from behind, and then we can ambush them and take them out.
Why is it the paladin?
Because
They wanted you.
They wanted you, specifically you.
Do we even know how many there are?
No.
No.
Like we could be ambushing like 50 dudes.
Technically, they wanted all of us.
The thing.
Well, they didn't want me. They don't know me.
They want you
Same
because
here.
you're, well, out of character because you're royalty.
No.
But I
they
don't
didn't-
know that.
They didn't want her. She didn't. The guy didn't know that we were up there. They just knew that you and
Yeah.
the other two.
Because me and Black, out of character here, we have totally different backstories to use, guys. Like, as far as I'm aware, unless there are kidnappers, they didn't want us, right? Corey?
The people that kidnapped you?
No. The people that kidnapped us are different from the guy that wants Talos'
Yes.
character, right? Right, yeah. So they were never after V or myself. They were just after you.
Yes, but V has not specified who they're meeting. So you guys, I guess, are assuming that they're meeting with other Warlock Knights?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she hasn't, out of character, shown us the letter that she pickpocketed. Though I've
Yeah,
tried to bring it up.
but she has specified that we are protecting the town, ergo, we're trying to deceive the Warlock Knights.
Yes.
So that has nothing to do with me personally. That's why you, Tallow, are the bait.
No, I refuse. I already know how this is going to end up.
Listen, right? Listen. If they attack us, we could just attack them back. You're not actually bound.
Can I trust him? Can I roll to make sure he's telling the truth?
Probably insight, right?
You can roll insight.
Yeah.
Of course.
Do I need to roll anything?
Roll a persuasion.
Oh God.
Take away Black's dice.
You guys are just doing everything I want.
Seems no one else has any other plans. You don't entirely trust this person, but you don't distrust them. You don't have any reason to.
Well, I suppose they have plenty of reasons to, but
Like eating fingers.
Well, I don't think anyone saw that.
No one
No.
saw that.
I want to know how I didn't see it when I was standing just across the way in the water.
you were
You
standing
were
like
probably too far away to actually see what's going on.
Facing the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Look, how about we do this? Since you can transform into whoever you want.
I literally just disguise kit. I have a disguise kit right here. Look, I put on a fake nose. See?
Nose, mustache, and glasses.
Groucho Marx.
I put it in. I have a little. I have glasses. I have a little mustache. Like, what more do you want from me? What am
I'm
I?
a warlock,
What?
mate, look.
What, Corey?
Oh my God. It's amazing.
How about you?
What
transform
am I
into a
rolling?
Paladin.
So what exactly is the plan?
All right. The plan was for me to go as the son, the Warlock Knight, dressed as him, bring the party, in chains quotation marks to this meeting, and it can go either one of two ways. There's a small group, and we can kill them and move on to the bigger place, or we meet, and then we take them, or they take the party into the Citadel of Ironfell, or whatever. I don't know.
The Iron Citadel.
Yes.
Citadel
Aren't
of the
we-
Iron Sky.
Well, basically the same thing, right?
We can either
That's
like
where
attack
we-
them there, or we can hopefully get taken to the place that we want to
So
go.
yeah, that's where we want to go, I think, right? So, well, we just let them take us.
We don't know that's going to happen, but that's
Exactly.
That's a good point.
I thought we were just trying to scope information out. And also, I'm sorry, even if you're not using magic, you're not going to fit in his uniform.
God.
You and your nose will definitely not fit in.
Okay, so
I'll pack it with fucking tissues. What? What?
Well, no, like general curiosity, truly. Corey, how does that actually work if it's not a magical disguise? Like, are people stupid enough to fall for like a short woman with big boobs
I mean,
in a man's
it's-
outfit?
Why are they
Oh.
big? Did I specify they were big?
the thing is,
You should have.
they could roll a insight check kind of thing to see if it's a disguise, right?
Roll a deception check
Yeah,
for his
for his disguise.
disguise kit.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I'm gonna be going because I'm indebted to Arid. So
Okay.
So
I'm gonna like lean over to Arid and whisper to him, "What do you think about this plan?"
I mean, It's a lot. I'm thinking of my friend Krellin right now, but if this gives us an opportunity to ambush or get the heads up on the Warlock Knights, possibly save Morristown, then it seems a worthy endeavor.
Do we know if the Iron Citadel is in the capital that they want to go to?
It is the capital.
Oh, so we're going to where the other people want to go, if the plan goes well. Yes.
The meeting is not at the Citadel.
Right. But so Ares' group of knights wants to go to the capital,
Yes.
which is where the Iron Citadel is, which is where they also want to go.
Yes.
And yeah, so if we get captured and they bring us to the Iron Citadel, which is the capital, it's two birds with one stone.
So
I'd like to avoid being captured if
I'm gonna
possible.
do something real quick. I'm gonna walk up to V and put my hands on her, right?
Wait, are you in your
I'm in
humanoid
my
form?
humanoid form, yes, and I'm going to
This disguise sucks.
no, I'm going to whisper to her, saying, "I have planned no chains for me, please. I have planned no capture, no capture."
And also,
What's wrong with
V,
you?
V, out of character, you would know that you're not meeting with the Warlock Knights, you're meeting with the Church of Bane.
Yes.
But you have to tell us that because we all think that it's the
Well,
Warlock Knights.
Yeah.
I think that the plan is connected to defending the town from the Warlock Knights.
But as I'm doing that, as I'm whispering to her, I also
Wait,
say,
can I make the what the fuck's the word? Assumption that the two are connected because the guy had the note, and the guy's
can-
also a Warlock Knight. I'm gonna bet my big tits on that.
Yeah, but basically you've gone and hoodwinked the rest of us because you made it seem like you were taking us to a meeting with the knights.
yeah, but that's what we think. That we're going to
Mhm.
meet the knights. V knows
Hoodwinker.
what's the truth. Unless she decides to tell us the truth.
Nope.
So
Good luck.
We can all roll to see.
exactly, we could. But as I was saying, as I'm whispering her the don't chain me, basically, I have plan. Do not chain. Please, I beg.
And I'm just like, aren't you that fellow that can turn into a raccoon?
I scoff and say yes.
I'm like, perfect.
I follow.
And I'm like, fine, whatever. You can do whatever you want if you're just coming along. If you want to come along, I don't know.
Okay. I let her go and just back away.
I don't really make too much of a fuss with this if he's just gonna turn into a raccoon.
Corey, as people are doing this, I'd like to turn to Glade and ask, Glade, as we're preparing for whatever is going to happen tomorrow, does this church have perhaps some incense and fine herbs that I could borrow for a ritual?
We do.
Would you be able to spare some?
Yes.
And,
out of character,
out
You
of
have
character.
Have them?
you have a spell components pouch, which means you have unlimited of any reagent that doesn't have a specified cost.
Okay, awesome. Good to know. Let me add that to my actual backpack. But while they're doing this, or while everyone's kind of talking, I would like to say, if you'll excuse me, in preparation, I must go. I need to summon my familiar to help us, and I'd like to go ritual cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
Like just in a side room of the church.
So
What familiar are you going to make?
I would like an owl to be my familiar.
Okay.
Corey,
And that will.
Yes.
do I need to roll to actually transform into what I want right away? or do I just do it?
We'll say you can transform freely unless you fail your addiction choice checks, in which case I will transform you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and transform into the small raccoon. You know.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a secluded place though. I'm gonna walk outside and transform.
So we're going with the plan? As I'm just like, with my arms up, kind of going like, what are we doing?
Seems like everyone's coming.
Yeah, I'm on board for the plan. Try it out.
Alright.
Sounds exciting.
That's me right now.
So... so I go up to... Is the body still just sitting by the inn?
I assume they'd sort of had someone cover it and bring it into the church.
I go up to the father and I'm like, can I have his clothes, please?
That's insensitive.
You better have a good fucking roll ready.
You realize you could have just asked me to use the power of suggestion on the dad.
I assume the dad is along with the plan, which was for me to go as the son, so I need his clothes.
If you can use them to strike at the Warlock Knights, you can have them. I don't plan on burying my son with these cursed robes.
Cool. Does he have anything else in those pockets that I didn't get a chance to pillage?
Not that
Typical
you notice.
rogue. Typical
Okay.
rogue.
Did he have a weapon with him?
He had a summoned Warlock weapon.
Oh, okay. So that was the rapier he was using or whatever is summoned?
Yeah.
So no weapons, I can't. Alright,
So I assume that I'm done transforming.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk back in the church and just hop on a pew. Just sit there.
Put the hands together.
Yeah. Everyone just sees a fucking raccoon just hop in. Like,
But I recognize you, right? So while
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the pew, you can come and sit on my lap and I'll pet you.
That's no.
Yeah. You're my pet
I'm
raccoon.
sitting on the pew. One of them in the very back.
Then I get up and walk over to you and sit next to you to pet you.
As I'm like about to go, or is the body in another room?
Yeah.
Alright, I also asked before I head in the other room to gather up my new belongings. I ask if anyone's good with poisons.
That would be you,
Like I
Arn.
asked the room that, as in...
I raise my paw. Because my mind is whole right now.
Like,
so.
has anyone else seen this raccoon raise its hand?
Yeah, all the people that don't know that it's Eric are just like, what?
See, I know of
the
your...
townspeople know. The townspeople know who I am.
I've seen you in your, like, humanoid, like, rocket
Yeah.
phase, but not your, like, little phase.
I just raise my paw, like I do.
I'm just like, okay, could you give me some good poisons, please?
We have to go to my shack. Because I didn't pack anything.
We're not leaving now.
Yeah, I know, but that's where we're going. That's where I have to go.
Before we go, can you get some poisons, please?
The raccoon saying, can you talk in raccoon form?
I can.
Oh.
Oh.
Because I know common.
Talking raccoon. And a duck.
I'm like, okay, cool. give me some before we leave, and I suggest you all prepare as well. And then I head off into the room and gather up the weapon
I don't
or
think I have
the
anything.
clothes.
So I'm gonna hop off the pew and head to my shack to brew up some poisons. Do I need to roll for that?
Is that your,
That should be my alchemist thing.
yeah, you can roll for that.
What do I need to roll? Should be in the actions, right? Possible.
Can you make poisons?
It's just alchemist supplies, right? That's what it would be, right? Part of.
Thought there was like a actual like poison kit or something.
I also
It's gonna
have
be
brewer
Rogues
supplies.
What?
Like brewer supplies and all that.
Um,
Experimental elixir as well. I could do.
roll me a medicine check.
18.
We'll say you can produce a poison and it'll do a d12 of damage.
Ooh. Heck yeah.
Plus 4 for your medicine.
Hell yeah.
d12 plus 4 poison.
So it'll be a 16. That's what you're saying.
Will be a d12 plus 4.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Alrighty.
Is this one of the ones that damages over time, or is it just like a single?
Instant.
It'll be an instant.
Yeah.
How many is he gonna make? How many you can make? I said poisons.
I mean, I can roll something else to see if I can make multiple. If you need me to.
Or like a D4 or something, and whatever that
roll
is.
d4.
Alright. Two.
You make 2 of them. The herbs that you have.
Alrighty.
So meanwhile, he's making his poisons while V's getting disguised. Storm will come up to Arid.
Yeah, we'll say
And-
like an hour has passed.
And Musa will be sitting close enough to just hear a little bit. As Storm tells you that, so I have a theory for why they kidnapped Krellin. Something you might have noticed, that whenever he casts fire spells, they kind of go a little bit crazy.
Yeah, like he's bizarrely good at that one thing.
Yeah, it's because he's not entirely a human. He's part primordial fire.
Oh wow. So his fiery spirit wasn't just a thing.
Yes. And
He's-
as Musa hears primordial fire, he gets a sort of sharp pain in his head as he hears sort of this snake Shahasala, or whatever it's called, tell you, that's it. The primordial fire is what I need to be free.
Hmm.
And Storm continues. I've observed this fell iron. It seems to also come from the primordial realms. I have a theory that they may need to use that primordial fire to smelt this iron into even more powerful materials.
So At least we know Krellin will be safe for now. They can't kill him if they need him so much. In fact, he told me the same. I spoke with him just as you did.
Yes.
Well, at this point, I also have, I did want to describe just a sort of pure black owl with just a white circle around one eye. That's how I'm picturing my familiar. So like almost like raven black, like no white feathers sparkled throughout, just pure black, but with a white circle around his left eye, we'll say.
What are you gonna call it?
Owly.
Owly?
Owly the owl. No, wait, don't say something edgy.
Shadow.
White
Yes,
shadow.
Darkness.
Darkness imprisoning me.
Ambivalence.
His name is Shadow, but there's a little X at the start and a little X at the end that you don't see.
It's silent.
X Shadow.
There's
Yeah.
silent.
Hardcore X's, yes. You know, yeah, Shadow. I don't want to sidetrack a 30-minute session of figuring out a name, but... So Shadow is my familiar, yes. Now, Storm, do you have anything that you could teach me in a night? Any powerful artifacts maybe you could lend me for this?
I could probably give you something. Let me go through my bag of holding. I'll give you something before you leave.
Of course, anything to help. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I've been getting nervous, I guess. I've been missing with every strike. I'm just thinking about Krellin.
Of course. Happens to many wizards, you know. It's
I
pretty
will
common.
spend this night steeling myself and focusing on the task ahead. So, thank you for not immediately attacking me. I was worried you would be angry with me.
Guess I'm more angry at myself or at Krellin, because I know he'd do something stupid.
I know he'd burn down the world if the situation was reversed. So, we'll get your son back. With that, I think my character would want to, start resting, I guess.
I'd just like to remind you of the last thing Krellin said, was to find the man with 2 minds and 1 body.
Right. Find the man with 2 minds and 1 body. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone like that.
I wonder who.
Wait a minute. I hear a little chittering coming from the main hall of the church.
I'm in my shack, brother.
The chittering is in my heart, I guess.
The wrong channel for the raccoon sound.
Wait, the man, 2 minds, 1 body, fractured pieces coming together. Eric.
Brain blast.
Yes.
I'm in my fucking.
I'm having
shack,
a brain
bro.
blast.
Just
Did
threw
anyone
in the
see
fucking
where
post.
Eric went? I say, Shadow, I need you to fly to Eric's hut, see if he's there. And I would like to go into my meditative state and see through the eyes of my owl and send him out to fly towards his shack.
The thing is, you don't know where my shack is.
Yeah, I have a general idea. Didn't we stop by? Or no, am I
No,
crazy?
Yeah, I think it's like right next to the church, isn't it?
Well,
Probably
yes,
ask Gore or somebody.
but you could probably ask around, like, because I was the only one that went to my shack and no one followed
Look
me.
for the house that's
Okay.
filled with trash all around it.
Either
Wait,
tr-
wait. And Gore is in the church, I remember.
or smoke, because I'm over there brewing stuff. So
Before we get to that, I just want to say that Grail, the Dwarven Barkeep, has set you guys up with free rooms for this night. You guys are all going to get a long rest.
Yes.
Perfect.
And Arid, as you sort of warg into your familiar. You are flying around Arid's house, and you see outside his front door, and there's somebody there. As they sort of kick open the door.
Oh god. With that, I would immediately disconnect from my from Shadow, and I would say, "Quickly, we have to save Eric. Something's happening."
And Eric, as you're sitting there brewing your potions, your door is kicked open.
Ah!
And you see a man with a crossbow, and your eyes sort of get stung by the gleam of a sword that you inherently know is made of silver.
Oh shit.
Where raccoon hunters.
I'm gonna just try to act like a regular raccoon, you know. Deception, right? That'd be a deception check, right?
And
Normal.
before you play it, I'm going to end the session there.
Oh, come on!
Oh,
Act like a normal
Shut up.
raccoon as you're a little raccoon hovered over a table brewing
Hey,
potions.
hey, you never know, all right?
Can I say something? I want to say something out of character. It would have been so funny. Like, Arid's familiar was flying around. It like lands on the windowsill of like Arnoff's house, and Arnoff sees it, and he's like, "Ooh!" And then next thing you know, it cuts to him like brewing it.
Oh.
If there's anything else people wanted to like wrap up or do, it's not that doesn't revolve around the Eric situation. You can do that now.
Dude,
So
that's
far as
fucking
I
I'm
know,
just
crazy.
assuming you're all going to sleep.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy, though.
Well, I mean, I'm following Arid because he said something's wrong.
Oh well, yeah. Like, how do we want to play that? Did that?
It'll probably end off like you cutting your ties with your, you know, the familiar for right now, and then
Right.
before you said anything that was wrong, that's where it ended.
Like ended the second like the door was kicked open and he saw
Gotcha.
who it was.
Gotcha.
Like a cliffhanger
So the rest of
kind
our
of thing.
asleep while he's
Yeah.
being attacked.
You like ending
Well,
it like shows do.
Everyone's
She was
not
specifically
asleep
doing something
yet.
different.
Everyone's not asleep yet. Basically.
Yeah, but we just were told we could take a long rest, so I already hit that, so all my spells
Yeah,
are set.
same.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I imagine we'll resolve that at the start of the next
Mhm.
session. That will lead into the long rest, but it won't be like a thing that you'll need a full combat or anything for. I'm
No.
sure.
Unless.
Unless.
Yes.
Dude,
But,
that's crazy. Fucking Lycan Hunter, man.
I like how the one guy who was like, "Hey, don't capture me, don't make me a prisoner," is the only guy who's getting captured by some random dude.
well, none of us turn into raccoons except him. So
As far as we know.
I would say we may have a guest next week.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I guess, like, another player?
yeah, like another person's gonna jump in for a session.
He's gonna play an NPC.
No.
Is
Who?
he gonna
Who?
play? Is he gonna
Don't tell
play
her.
the-
Don't tell her.
Is he gonna
Yeah,
Never
play
wait till
it's a
next
secret.
week.
I'll tell you.
Is he gonna play him?
Oh, come on.
Do I
Is
know?
everybody else?
It's Corey.
Is it somebody that we know?
Yes.
I mean, it's probably someone
Look,
from the
Somebody
guild.
from the guild.
Look, I know.
Oh, Talon
Black,
doesn't know either.
look, I know Black knows and Corey knows. That's all who know because Corey told me and Black about it.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's
Well,
not
you see
fair.
two
Not
people,
fair.
and one of them responded.
Not fair. What do you mean?
I want to know.
Maybe if you just talk to Corey like a
Well,
person sometime.
he just said there's two people that he whispered or messaged.
Yeah, I know.
and one
I
of
know
them-
it's probably
so
Zendesha.
It possibly
Zen-
could be someone that me and Black would know.
I'm sure Zendesha did not respond, or if he did, he probably said no. I'd be pretty
Hmm.
surprised if he jumped in.
Is it somebody from the guild?
I'm
Yes.
stop the recording.
And do they rate